Right, here we're back for custom figure number 3. I want to document this. This is going to be video part 1 of 2. Because I'm at a make or break point. This could either go great, or this is where I destroy the whole damn thing. But besides, making a video part 1 of 2, it motivates me to finish this thing in a more timely fashion, because that means I got to put another video up. Hopefully people will be like, where's the figure, Mike? Got to see the figure. So, here we go. If you clicked on the video, you already know what figure it's going to be. It's going to be the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man too sweet to be sour. Superstar Billy Graham. Going to do him LJN Bendy style. Trying to make a figure this big out of epoxy sculpt, that was going to cost a ton of money to do, because the epoxy sculpt, you only get like that much of it. It's like 25 bucks, and there would probably be like 50 bucks worth of clay to make one figure. Didn't want to do that, so we're going to go with the bendy style. And I also like the bendy style because they it's kind of like in my skill level of sculpting, because they took this, they dumbed it down a little bit. I don't know if they just took the mold, shrunk it somehow, lost some detail, or they did a resculpt, but I figured I could do this, and I think I did. I think I came pretty close. Fits in pretty good with the LJN Bendies. His eyebrows are drawn on with pencil, same with his eyes. I just wanted to see what it would look like. And as far as face goes, that was the thing. I just wanted him to look vaguely like him, but I thought I did pretty good. I think his eyes are really going to pop when I paint him, and they'll look even more like him. Alright, he's not a finished product yet. I still have to paint him. And when I paint, it hides a lot of flaws, a lot of scratches, lots of stuff like that. But I did my best sanding him and buffing him out and trying to make as least amount of flaws I have to cover with the paint as possible. And plus, when I put too much paint, I think I lost a lot of detail in Punisher, so I didn't want to ruin that. But he came in. Look, he stands way better than Roddy Piper does, and strange that one of my only surviving figures from back in the day was Brutus Beefcake. I think my sculpt's got way more detail than Brutus Beefcake, or maybe not Piper. Piper's got like his belt buckle and stuff, and I had to make a whole lot of, I didn't have a whole lot of references for LJN figures. Like, some of them had shoelaces, some of them didn't have shoelaces sculpted on, some had nipples, some didn't, so I had to decide what to do, what not to do. Like, the guy who sculpted the original ones, he probably knocked it out in a weekend. This took 3 months. I'll probably go more into it in part 2, but all the other artistic decisions, like what kind of pose to put him in, and what's the most superstar like, and oh, actually he's got a part of my blood on him too. I did not like the position of his hands, so I had to cut off his arm and then glue it back on in a different shape, and there's a little bit of blood on there mixed in. So his blood, sweat, and tears went into this figure. Why Superstar Billy Graham? Thinking about this project, it was like I didn't even consider anything else. It just popped in my head, boom, immediately, Superstar Billy Graham. I was back in my mindset of the 80s, and in the 80s I used to watch, I used to rent WWF wrestling tapes, and it would be old classic matches from like the 70s and the early 80s, and there's a lot of matches with him versus Bruno Sammartino, and he was like the coolest dude ever. He came back in like the mid-80s to WWF, and he had like the shaved head, the goatee and stuff like that, but I thought he looked cooler, old school 70s badass Billy Graham. When he was a villain, when he was a heel, but he was too cool to be denied. The only other figure I think I might do is like a Hollywood Hogan, but they already had like 2-3 different Hulk Hogans in that line, so it doesn't matter. He's the guy everybody ripped off. He's the guy Hulk Hogan ripped off. He's the guy Scott Steiner ripped off. Jesse Ventura ripped off. Everybody ripped him off. Why? Because he's classic. I did not film me sitting around sculpting him because I sculpt like 5 or 10 minutes a day. I'll sit there and look at the figure while I'm watching TV and grab a little piece of epoxy sculpt and I was like, all right, I think I'll do his hand. I'll spend, a couple minutes trying to shape the perfect thumb, let it dry, walk away. And this went on since the day after I posted the last custom video. So it's been like 3 months and a couple of days. Shoelaces alone took 2 days. I had some extra green stuff from another project I was working. I got like 5 projects going on at the same time. This one is the furthest along, so this one's got me most motivated to finish. I was working on my other projects. I'm working on trying to make a figure that's articulated, and that's got like a varying degrees of success, but LJN figures, no articulation, especially the big guys here. Little ones got like a little wire in them and you can hold their poses and stuff, but I'm not going for that. I just wanted one figure that was like just a sculpture. I would like to eventually, when I get him painted, make a mold out of him and cast him in rubber like this. I'm not very good at casting yet, so that's way off into the future. There's not going to be a wire in it. I have no clue how I assume with these little holes in all of his limbs and stuff, that's how they kind of molded it and fit the wire inside. That's beyond me. We'll just make a regular rubber figure. A few days after Thanksgiving, and I'm going to say my custom figure collection right here actually stole Thanksgiving. Everybody was sitting around talking about boring ass like real estate and stuff, so I took the chance, changed the conversation, say, hey, guess what I'm working on? And I whipped out my action figures. My family thinks I'm crazy anyway. I showed them Venom, I showed them Punisher, I showed him Superstar Billy Graham. My brother-in-law even knew who he was. I was shocked by that. Everyone's like kind of looking around like before I brought them out. They're like, oh my God, I thought he was going back to school to become an EKG technician. What's he still doing playing with clay? But no, then I whipped these out and I was like, boom, I got... actually, Superstar Billy Graham didn't. The Smurf I'm half finished on. He did. I'm not quite done with them because I learned more about sculpting on this one to progress this one along. I still got to fix his ears, do his mouth, do little touch-ups, but he'll come later. This figure, everyone was like, yes, he is an artist. He is an artist. All right, everybody, just wanted to make a quick video. That's where I'm at. Wish me luck with painting. I'm going to try and do it in only a couple of days. I experimented million techniques on this guy, and he looks good, but don't look too close. I want this figure to look good close up, so we're gonna go extra careful on it. Like, subscribe, share, and all that crap. Boom.